You don't do UP for the QB, the Bloods. This is why you do UP. The tanks and the cool mounts. Big Barb, little tank. Big Barb, little tank. All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Jin here. And in this episode, we're going to be teaching you how to tank Lord of Paradise. This is in UP, Uncharted Paradise. This is the dungeon. It's a very tough dungeon. You gotta have, I would say, at least rank 9 times 3, fully geared out. I mean, you can go in lower, but the rest of the squad should have it. This is how you complete your culti for the Celestial Saint culti. Actually, I think this is, no, I'm sorry, this is for Chaotic Soul cultivation. But anyway, so a lot of barbs have asked me how to tank him or any tips, advice, and stuff like that. And the best way to do it, I think, would be to show you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you like 4 different modes of how I'm doing this. The first run will be the ideal nuke. Alright. The second one will be the demon mistake. Well, I'll show you what that means. And then the third one I call the OP Sage Tank. And then followed by the full barb run at the end. Alright, so this is what you ideally want to do. It's a basic nuke. Alright, you want to have a mostly rainbow squad. You gotta have, let's see, Cleric with the red bubble, Vino, Seeker, Dustblade, Sin. That's and Blade Master. You can have differences and stuff like that, but you saw how perfect that was. That was actually how it's supposed to be. On this one, this will be the demon mistake. Okay, so this is just like that last one. This will be my demon barb, my secret demon barb. Okay, so I'm going there. We did a pretty good job taking down most of his hit points. You see right now he's untargetable. Alright, so I mean, right now we're waiting, but to see what happens here, this is weird. I never noticed it did this either, but like he just basically squad wiped everybody. A couple people got saved, but I don't know if you can save yourself from that. By the way, this barb is not fully geared out. All he has is his, what is it, Molten Mind titles. Other than that, he's not even 105 times 3. I think it's 105, 102, 101 at the time. And I can't remember if his Meridian's even done. Alright, so right there, I had to res. I had to build up chi real fast. So I've got my, what is that? The Bestial Rage. That has a white glyph on it. So that makes, it's basically like a cloud eruption where it gives you, for him, I think it's like 1.5 sparks. So people are always wondering like, hey, grab aggro, grab aggro. Okay, you're trying to do that and run at the same time. Okay, so that right there is the cornered beast with the red glyph. Alright, when you you use the red glyph on the cornered beast, you have what's like a 50 seconds worth of faith, or a buff that's equal to faith, where you can't get any negative status on you. And I think that's what saves me from getting hit by those the red balls. Let's see. So now I think I do have aggro right now. Okay, and I'm trying to take out some damage right now. He's at 8 mil. Try to get him down to like 3 mil. That way, when everybody rises, you can just do a couple hits, and then if everybody does a couple hits, you can kill him. But you can see the faith up top. The cornered beast is gone now, so you're reliant on everything else to tank this boss. But right now, like, you don't have to worry about his hit points are down so low that he's not going to do those red balls again. It happens like twice, and I can't remember which hit points they start happening at, but I think it's like maybe 25% and then 50%. Don't quote me on that though. And so you don't have to worry about that for now. But I have Pangu Essence. That pot is available if I need it. I got the Invincible pot. For those who don't have those, like they don't have the Neverfall expansion. Well, you can have the Pangu, but not the Invincible pot. But I never use that anyways. Only for special occasions. So you definitely want to stay out of the fire, of course. And then the cool thing about when you're tanking this boss is you got a long range. I don't know if you can see what the range is right there, but that's like 22 meters, I do believe it is. And so, why it does that, I don't know. Just so you don't have to get up too close to it, because all those circles and everything that running around. I'm guessing that's why. But there we go. You basically tank it until everybody gets up and everybody does damage. And he's about to bite the big one right now. That was a long now. Alright, so the first one was an ideal run. That's a nuking. This is what happens if you fail to nuke it and then you also die. I mean, you can recover from it. By the way, if you fail to nuke it and they decide to reset it to nuke it again, do not use your res. Do not use your res scroll. That is, if that gives you res, that's fine. Okay, so now we're on the Sage Barb. This is Jinwolfe. This is my big Barb, and he's fully geared out, everything. And we failed to nuke it that time. And you see, there's a little character that appears with the red bubble, red circle next to it. That's you're supposed to get into the corresponding one with your class. So if you're a seeker, go to the seeker guy, and then you can see that the statues above is going to be the same as the one that's going to appear there. So you get to know ahead of time where they're going to appear. I think like clerics get like 2 or something like that. I don't know. Okay, so I'm doing the Flesh Ream, Devour, and I have like a tanking macro. If you watch one of my old videos, it'll show you the Barb tanking macros. So basically, I'm running around and then hitting that every once in a while. You don't really have to hit it too often, especially when these balls are around. Because basically, it's your job to stay alive. So doing the damage is not really what you need to do. It's actually not anything what you need to do. Alright, and I'm using the WASD keys. Because if you're clicking on the ground and stuff, someone goes in front of you, it's going to mess you up, whatever, or if you're running around. So I always use the WASD. I always forget that combination. Alright, here we go. And you see I haven't used the Cornered Beast on him. And like I said, this one's Sage. He's got more physical defense and more hit points. And he's fully... he's got full titles. Or at least like 98.5% of them. Alright. Keep running around. Boom. Circle stop. So, like you said, or like I said earlier, see how his hit points are right there, only about like 65%, 75%? That's why I said it pops up around that time, and then it'll pop up again. Those guys reappeared. And this is a slower run because we didn't get his hit points far down enough. Someone must have been using a stun, a seal, or something like that on him. Alright, so another round of red circles. And still, I haven't used the Cornered Beast yet. Basically, when the red circles are coming around and that triangle, of course you have to pay attention to that triangle, make sure it's away from everybody else. I always try to keep it around where the Barb statue is, that way everybody else knows where not to go, right? Stay away from the Barb statue. It stinks anyways. Alright. So again, running around. I think they appear for about 1 minute. This is where, if you ever played the old ancient game of Frogger, this is where you learn how to go up and back and down and forth. And what other tips can I give you? Let's see. This Barb has the Paramount Genie, but the other one doesn't. So you don't have to be OP to tank this guy. Like I said, my other Barb is not even 105 times 3. So it's more about just not getting the one shot. Or when the mobs come, this is the good tip. When the mobs come, try not to attack him. let everybody else attack him. Like right here, this is a bad example of what you shouldn't do. See, I AoE'd around him, and so that pulled this mini boss here. And this one will stun you, and the other one has these hockey pucks that come out, and those things stun you. Oh, and they launch you in the air too, which is really annoying. So it launch you in the air and then stun you, and then you have to try to find your way down without getting killed. And so I'm sparking, I'm tanking, I'm killing this one while other people are helping too. It's not just me. Don't think I don't know that. I ain't that OP, but usually this is what a barb is not supposed to do. I figured we'd just kill him, get it over with. Oh, and especially just to let you know, this is a Vite built barb too, and his stand-up skills are. They have, God, I can't remember which color glyphs they are right now, but they're the glyphs that make you do damage or lose hit points according to the amount of damage you do. Is that right? No, not. It uses 5% of your hit points to increase damage. There you go. And so this is the other mini boss that comes out, and you see those hockey pucks in the back. Those will launch you in the air, and then he'll stun you too. So luckily, I don't have the corner beast on anymore, but we were able to dispatch him pretty fast. Boom. Mostly everybody's dead. We've got 2 that need to res, and once they're up, we'll kill them. Like I said, this isn't ideal, but this is what, if you really want to test how good you can tank, or how strong your barb is, right there. Pull and kill the minis. But you really don't want to do that. Put ego aside and think of the squad first, right? I swear I did not mean to grab both of those aggros. We're waiting for one more person to come up. And then the next video clip that you'll be seeing is actually a full run, but I'll speed it up ×4 because I already have another video or two about doing UP runs. So you're welcome to slow it down to 0.25 if you want to watch it in real time, but you'll get the gist of it. Oh, and you'll be able to see what kind of damage a Vite built barb can do. And if you're wondering, I got the yellow glyph on my Armageddon. I don't know why that person's taking so long. Alright, here we go. I'm sparking, and we're gonna finish off this boss. And right now, there you go. Also, you want for your genie, you see at the skills I have, I've got Absolute Domain, Faith, Solid Shield, Tree of Protection. Those are your main ones you want as a barb, as a tanking barb. And all the time, just keep them anyways. And so I'll use that Solid Shield mostly. I don't use Faith that much because it takes so much energy. It's 160 points. Whereas Solid Shield is only like 50 points. And Absolute Domain is 135, I do believe. I could be wrong. Alright, so we're at the chessboard part. I was then able to glitch it. And I'm still working on trying to figure out if if there's a solid method. I've seen so many different methods of trying to glitch it and stuff. Here we go, killing the pillars. Those things are all immune to something, so you can only do damage to 1 or 2 of them, whatever. Okay, so here's an ideal nuke. Boom. I did it. What is that? 5 million and 4 million, 2.3. So what is that? About 12 million damage on it. And these bosses have, I think, 47 million. So that's not bad. I think that round's a little bit less, so I think. I don't know what happened there. Calligraphy. If you ever notice, I always do the big number ones. There's 2 over here that's like 12. Or this one's 12 and this one is 11, I think. And get them down pretty fast. I don't memorize them. Make sure to pull up your, go to google.com and not that you don't know what google.com is, but go to Google and search for PWI calligraphy. And you'll get a map of what order you need to dig those in. Alright, everybody set off their fireworks at the same time. Here we go. You get them down to almost nothing, and then she stays alive. Oh, there you go. I'm switching my macros in mid combat. Alright, number 3 right here. Oh, and that's another thing too. That's a tip for you. To prevent from dying from those element things, they put this debuff on you. And once the debuff goes up to 10, you die. And so if you're a barb, if you want to get rid of and not die from those, I do cornered beast. Like I said, it's a red glyphed cornered beast. And so that's how I'm able to avoid that. But then sometimes they still activate. Not usually. Okay, so here I did the Barb ulti. Some people are going to complain because if you look right there, the Barb ulti actually makes you immune to the stun seals and all that stuff. But it's always worked for me, so I don't know what everybody's complaining about. That Barb ulti just kicks butt. Alright, and there we go. We did not successfully get him that time. And I died. Woo! Oh yeah, that's right. On this run, I lagged right there. It doesn't show, but I it totally froze and I couldn't do anything. And so make sure you get off your mount when you're teleporting, and don't be in tiger mode either. Alright, coming back. Probably should have edited this out, but I wanted to. You gotta see, sometimes you fail. It happens. Doesn't happen often for me. A good lag spike will do it. Alright, and again, fail to nuke. And run around. That looks pretty impressive when you put it on 4 times speed. My reflexes aren't that good. Look at that, jeez. So if anybody ever complains about what it takes for a barb to tank that, it's not that easy. And again, I pull the mini boss, which I should not have. And get out the fire. Out of the flame into the frying pan, right? Or no, it is out of the frying pan into the flame. Alright, I hope you guys like it. Any questions, comments, or suggestions, leave them in the suggestion spot below. And otherwise, I'll see you guys back in game. Alright.